We begin with the much-anticipated news that broke from the Vatican last night that the conclave begins on May 7th. The cardinals present in Rome made the decision on Monday at their 5th General Congregation. The conclave will take place in the Vatican's Sistine Chapel, which remained closed to visitors during those days. Meanwhile, we found this post from FMT Lifestyle, which is titled, "Meet the Malaysian who will help elect the next Pope." Yes, as millions of Catholics around the globe prepare for one of the most sacred events in the Church, the election of a new Pope, Malaysia is quietly etched into the heart of history. Cardinal Sebastian Francis is one of only 135 cardinals with the power to vote in the 2025 Papal Conclave. That's right, a Malaysian will be among those choosing the next leader of the Vatican. Meanwhile, a post from EWTN Vatican, the last 3 papal conclaves. Do you know how long it took? Well, the conclave electing Pope Francis from 12 to 13 March 2013, ballots 5, duration approximately 24 hours. Before that, conclave electing Pope Benedict XVI from April 18 to 19th, ballots 4, duration approximately 24 hours. And before that, conclave electing Pope John Paul II from the 14th to 16th of October in 1978, ballots 8, duration approximately 48 hours. And as the Vatican was celebrating the Jubilee of Teenagers last weekend, they found a video by the late Pope Francis to young people, encouraging them to learn to listen to others. Yes, the newly released video from January 8 shows the late Pope Francis encouraging young people at a listening workshop to listen to your grandparents, saying they teach us so much. The message, recorded at Casa Santa Marta, was published a day after his Requiem Mass. Back home, there was a Requiem Mass for Pope Francis on April 28 in Kota Kinabalu. The faithful gathered at Sacred Heart Cathedral for a solemn Requiem Mass for Pope Francis, led by Archbishop John Wong. The service honored his life of humble service and celebrated his legacy of mercy, peace, and compassion. Staying in East Malaysia, CatholicSabah.com reported that Apostolic Nuncio to Malaysia Archbishop Wojciech Zaluski is expected to attend the 20th Archdiocesan Harvest Festival celebration at St. Michael's Church on May 1st, 2025. He's scheduled to con-celebrate the Eucharistic celebration with Archbishop John Wong at 9:30 a.m. Elsewhere, Archbishop J. Michael Miller, Apostolic Administrator of the Archdiocese of Vancouver, British Columbia, is calling for prayer after a deadly car ramming attack in that city amid a Filipino Heritage Festival. Back home, the parish of CDM in Shah Alam celebrated the Divine Mercy Sunday in the spirit of unity. The Feast of the Divine Mercy celebration was made even more meaningful by the presence of guests from various faith traditions and fellow Christian communities. It was truly a special day, a beautiful reminder that compassion and mercy are universal values that transcend all differences. Meanwhile, in a later post, from the novena and mass to the beautiful procession and heartfelt prayers, every moment reflected God's infinite love and mercy. Parishioners of CDM Shah Alam came together in faith, hope and gratitude to make their feast day truly unforgettable. And we will end today's Top 10 at 10 with our saint of the day, Saint Catherine of Siena, who was a third-order Dominican, peacemaker and counselor to the Pope. She single-handedly ended the Avignon exile of the successors of Peter in the 14th century. You can read more in the spiritual resources at heraldmalaysia.com. We will have all the links to our stories for today in the description. That's wrap for today's Top 10 at 10. Have a blessed day.